Sometimes I watch normie television so you don't have to. Good God, wait until you see what's on there now. Time to catch up on our favourite BBC daytime social engineering soap opera, Doctors. Last time we tuned in, Dr. Bigot...
So he is a queer then?
...was getting a severe dressing down for valuing the treatment of patients over respecting their pronouns.
I mean they. Yeah, the patient's preferred pronoun is they.
Oh, not this preferred pronoun nonsense.
It's not really nonsense, is it?
Sidetracked by woke nonsense!
Time to punish Dr. Bigot for refusing to embrace woke nonsense and offending the alphabet people in the form of LGBTQIA training, or in other words, a good old humiliation struggle session.
So, the main aims are to raise awareness of the issues and barriers that LGBTQIA people face, and the importance of a zero-tolerance approach to homophobia, transphobia, biphobia. Participants will feel more confident in their knowledge of the issues and recognise how better to promote equality and diversity in the workplace.
Oh, he's in big trouble now.
Why don't we scoot forward to gender fluidity and the importance of pronouns?
The face you make when you realise your entire life's work and career is at risk of being cancelled because you refuse to call some bloke in a dress Tracy. She then gives him a stern lecture about how discriminated against the alphabet people are, while they're being championed by a prominent show on a taxpayer-funded quasi-state broadcaster. Such discrimination.
Discrimination?
Before Dr. Bigot gets a figurative pat on the head.
All done and dusted. One shiny certificate.
Thank you. You've certainly given me plenty of food for thought.
But Dr. Bigot's not convinced and you're reminded of how evil he is. What a nasty piece of work. He then gets shamed as a backward curmudgeon for not wanting to attend a drag queen show.
I suppose you're free tonight, eh?
Sorry, what?
Drag show in town.
I don't think so.
No, not really your cup of tea. Bit too alternative for your taste, eh? I'd say you're more of a traditionalist, aren't you, Graham? It's a shame. It's a shame, because you could do with loosening up a little bit. Bye.
Before the scriptwriters remind us, once again, how evil he is for being mean to a cross-dressing man.
What did you say your name was again?
Sky.
Is that a made-up name? What's your real name? The name you were given at birth? If you want to work in healthcare, you're not going to get far looking like that. No one will take you seriously. My advice, clean your face. You look like a clown.
Said cross-dresser then reports the dastardly act of transphobia.
It was him, wasn't it? Dr. Elton. What did he say?
Before Dr. Bigot's chief inquisitor, Luca, changes his sex on the staff records to spite Dr. Bigot and starts wearing a female nurse's uniform in a show of solidarity.
Ta-da!
Oh my word.
Another far-right bigot then exposes himself.
You okay?
No, I've got to go.
No. I think you should come and see me first. Okay? Yeah? Okay, just through here.
So, how can I help you?
Is that for real?
And the fact that he's definitely also an evil piece of shit is reinforced by the fact that he's mean to a homeless person.
Hold on a minute. I've seen you before, haven't I? That's you, begging, down by the war memorial.
Basket, friend.
I'm not your friend. My mate's dad's on there. He died for this country.
It's a churchyard.
Yeah, you stay out of there from now on. Do you hear me?
The sliminess and malevolence of Dr. Bigot is then reinforced again.
Take a seat.
Where are you going? I'm not staying here with him.
Then to compound his troubles even further, Dr. Bigot's own daughter, who up until this point was identifying as non-binary, now proclaims herself to be a man.
I'm not non-binary, Dad. I'm a man. And I always have been.
This guy's got to be having the worst day ever. He's then shamed by his own wife, but still refuses to capitulate, and goes on another based dad anti-woke rant.
Don't you have anything to say to your son?
I've never heard such a load of old nonsense in my entire life.
Of course.
You're a child. A spoilt little brat who thinks the world spins for her benefit.
Aren't you at least going to listen to what he has to say?
What, there's more? More self-pitying labels? Another multicoloured flag to run up the LGB flagpole? Oh, I'm sorry. LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ.
Before being ordered by the they-them to undergo more struggle session brainwashing.
I'm not the one with the problem here. There are support groups, Dad. Helplines. Websites. Get some help.
He's then slagged off even more by his own wife and daughter, I mean son.
So calm, mature, forgiving. Nothing like your father.
Give him time. You don't stop being a bigot overnight.
Before the BBC reinforces the message that 6-year-olds changing their gender is completely normal.
Do you remember when you told me that you didn't want to be called Jane anymore? You were 6.
Dr. Bigot then emotionally laments the loss of his daughter.
Didn't know she still had this.
Well, he doesn't want it anymore.
New York. First convention, I brought it back for her.
Only to be coerced once again to undergo more brainwashing.
These leaflets, everything you need to know about transitioning. Hormones, surgery, fertility issues. She was my daughter too, and now he's our son. Now you accept him or you reject him, but getting your daughter back is not going to happen.
And then told that the pink teddy bear he cherished as a symbol of love for his daughter was transgender all along.
Oh, and that bear does have a name, but it's a secret and I was under strict instructions never to tell you. It's James.
Before the viewer is reminded, once again, that anyone who talks about the woke mainstream media is an evil bigot.
Do you want to be a father to him?
Of course I do, but this is just some stupid phase.
That's it.
We can stop this and get a mental health assessment.
Enough, Graham.
We don't have to let this happen. It's unnatural. It's wrong.
Talking.
There's a line in the sand, Katie. Our children, our future, our little girl, and the woke mainstream media.
The what?
The mainstream media pushes its liberal snowflake agenda onto our children, and we do nothing.
The they-them then tells Dr. Bigot that turning trans has been of great physical and mental benefit. Reality suggests otherwise.
I've lost 8 kilos since the summer. My eczema's practically gone, better than it's ever been. I'm fitter, happier and saner than I can ever remember.
Dr. Evil Bigot then delivers what in actuality is a completely true explanation of the dangers of medical professionals pushing trans hormone treatments on kids.
I see this every day. Children coming in saying they're not happy in themselves, demanding hormone treatment or worse, until I explain to them what the hormones actually do to their bodies. The irreversible destruction they're inflicting on themselves before they even know who they are.
Before the they-them asserts that this is merely more proof of him being a bigot.
How can you do that? How can you call yourself a doctor and treat people like that?
Be very careful what you say next.
You're messing with people's lives. Literally, lives are at stake. You judge them.
You can't talk to me like this.
Someone has to.
Before Dr. Evil Bigot gets disowned entirely.
This is who I am. And until you can accept that, I don't want to see you again. Goodbye, Dad.
Well, that's caught us up. Tune in tomorrow for another episode of This is Totally Normal for a daytime BBC soap opera and not forced, insidious or weird at all. Maybe they'll bring back the furries for one last hurrah.
Oh, yes! I love it! Okay! Yes! Go, Valen!
Shout out to RipX4 Nutmeg on X, by the way, for collating these clips. As Gareth Roberts writes in The Spectator, the BBC's obsession with ramming progressive storylines down viewers' throats is plain to see in each episode of Doctors. The villain, of course, is a white, middle-class heterosexual man. A lot of TV is bad, but that won't prepare most first-time viewers for just how dreadful Doctors is. Almost all of the scenes are excruciating. They're reminiscent of the Bureau de Change segment in The Day-to-Day.
What's going on here? This is supposed to be a high-class bureau de change, not some two-bit Punch and Judy show down on the seafront at Margate.
It's all right, Mr. Hennity. It's okay now. Just a little misunderstanding.
Shut it!
Why?
Because...
Because I'm gay? Is that it? Go on. Say it.
You're on borrowed time, sunshine.
Or the one-off 90s revival of Acorn Antiques, in which Victoria Wood marvellously skewered soaps tackling issues. Doctors is schematic, obvious and clunking, hilarious, but for all the wrong reasons. This is television at its nadir. It serves to lecture and teach viewers, not entertain them. We make fun of this show, but it gets 1.6 million viewers every single weekday. And it's been on air for nearly 25 years. Over 1.5 million viewers a day for nearly a quarter of a century. It may be the end of the road for Doctors, the final episode of which will air in December, but they really are rushing to squeeze in all that brazenly ostentatious social engineering right until the bitter end. If you value what I do and you want to help support me, please visit pauljosephwatson.locals.com and either pledge a one-time donation or subscribe to join my community, get early access videos, and message me directly. And exclusive live streams coming soon too. Promise. Check out the Locals link down in the description. And don't forget to take a look at the brand new website, modernity.news. That's where you'll find all my content, including exclusive articles. That's modernity.news.